What's good? It's your boy Fanon. All right, got some good news in the heavyweight division, and I think something I'm going to put my tinfoil hat on today because I think that there's a way that boxing fans can get what they really want, which is a true unified heavyweight champion of the world. Before I get into that, though, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon so that you can be notified of when we release videos. Also, when we do the live streams, I'm working towards getting a set time for the live streams and also a call-in number for the live streams so that we can not only speak at a regular time so people can predict when they're happening, but also to have a a phone number so we can hear call-in subscribers' voices as well as the good conversations we have in the live streams. And also thank you to everybody that supports the channel on Super Chat and the live streams, Patreon and Venmo. So let's get into this. All right. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell you first. I think that there's a route where boxing fans, myself include, I'm a big boxing fan. That's obvious, but I really do enjoy the heavyweight division. And it's just been a very, it's not been a good time in the heavyweight division since the retirement of Lennox Lewis, because of the fact that the two Klitschko brothers could not face one another. And because they could not face one another, there never really was a time where you knew who the true heavyweight champion of the world is. Then once Tyson Fury became Deontay Wilder became the WBC champion by winning his match against Bermane Stiverne, and Tyson Fury became the IBF, WBA, and WBO champion by winning his match against against Vladimir Klitschko. It looked like we were really going to be able to see a unified heavyweight champion, something again we could not get during the Klitschko era, and through no fault of theirs, because they were both tremendous champions, but because they're brothers, they just could not face one another. So when that happened, after Deontay Wilder became champion and Tyson Fury became champion, it looked like, okay, there was a chance to find out and have somebody be the heavyweight champion of the world. Both of them are Deontay Wilder, very exciting in the ring, knockout machine. Tyson Fury, for me, I think he's absolutely hilarious, entertaining to watch outside the ring, and I think he's a very, very good boxer inside the ring. So I was really looking forward to it. However, unfortunately, things didn't work out that way. Tyson Fury went into sabbatical. Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn come onto the scene, and now you have a prima donna. You have a prima donna corporate monster at the top of the division, and I believe is trying everything that they can to avoid a matchup against Deontay Wilder. That's my take, and I'm sticking with it. I've paid attention to all the facts associated with it. Now, though, Tyson Fury is returning, and Tyson Fury is returning on Showtime Boxing. I am extremely happy about that. And I think that by him returning on Showtime Boxing, of course, he's on Box Nation in the UK, but because he's going to be on Showtime, that means hopefully that he will consistently be seen on Showtime during his return. And that, at least from a promotional standpoint, will serve well towards making a bout between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. I think that if Tyson Fury comes back, takes 3-4 fights, or 2-3 bouts, and is able to get himself into the position where he looks good, he's winning, then The next bout that I want to see, the first major bout that I like to see from Tyson Fury is against Deontay Wilder. And where we can go back to where we were before this unexpected detour took place. This boxing detour that isn't doing anybody any good other than a lot of casual yuppie UK Anthony Joshua supporters who are loving every minute of it, while the rest of the boxing world, the rest of the really serious boxing fans in the UK and the United States look at this like, what is going on? And to have a bout take place with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder could have two problems at the same time. But now, before I go into the real detail with it, let me go through the article that came out on World Boxing News. Showtime Boxing International will stream live exclusively in the U.S. audiences on Showtime Boxing Facebook page and Showtime Sports YouTube channel between 4:30 Eastern Time, 1:30 p.m. In the opening bout, local hero Terry Flanagan will look to become a two-time world champion when he clashes with unbeaten American Maurice Hooker, 23-0 with 16 KOs, for the vacant WBO junior welterweight crown. This will be the fourth live streaming boxing event this year on Showtime Sports social media platforms. Live coverage for the Frank Warren promoted event will be provided by BT Sport UK broadcasters, John Rowling providing the blow-by-blow, and Richard Woodhall the analysis. Boxing broadcaster Ray Flores and analyst Chris Mannix will deliver pre-bout and post-bout analysis from Staples Center in Los Angeles for the Showtime Sports audience. The live stream of Fury and Safiri will precede that evening's Showtime Championship Boxing doubleheader that features WBA featherweight world champion Leo Santa Cruz in a rematch against fellow three-division world champion Abner Mares, live on Showtime from Staples Center. In the co-feature, Jermell Charlo will face Austin Trout for the WBC Super Welterweight World Championship. Fury, a former WBA, WBO, IBF Heavyweight World Champion, will end his 2 years and 7-month exile from the sport on June 9th. Fury has been inactive since outpointing Vladimir Klitschko in Dusseldorf in November 2015 due to an injury, personal problems, and a PED ban. I am the fittest I've ever been, says Fury, who's teamed up with new trainer Ben Davidson. Timing, reflexes, everything is better than it has ever been. I kid you not. I'm 29 years old, coming into the prime of my life. I'm stronger and faster, holding more muscle mass than ever. I'm more confident looking at the competition. Albania's Safiri, who's 23-1 with 21 KOs, is a 39-year-old Switzerland-based cruiserweight who is stepping up in weight and opposition when he faces the 6'9" Fury. Safiri's sole loss came in 2016 in a heavyweight bout against now secondary WBA heavyweight champion Manuel Char. This is going to be a hard bout for Fury, said Safiri. 2.5 years out of the ring is a long time, and nobody knows if he's the same person that dethroned Vladimir Klitschko. Flanagan, the first Englishman to earn a lightweight world title, will seek to capture a title for in the second weight class just days from his 29th birthday. Hooker, a southpaw from Dallas, Texas, and Showbox alum, has been training with Terrence Crawford. Hooker will look to follow in the footsteps of fellow Dallas residents Errol Spence Jr., who went to Kell Brook's hometown in Sheffield, England, to capture his first world championship. So that's the deal with the matches coming up this week. I mean, aside from, and let me get into this Tyson Fury thing again, man, that's a great night of boxing matchups, a tremendous night of boxing matchups. Basically, I just got to tell you, Showtime Sports in boxing, it is a breath of fresh air in this sport to be able to go to show. Now, I am a subscriber to Showtime, and I am not one to celebrate boxing executives lightly. But what has happened with Showtime Sports over the last several years since Floyd Mayweather Jr. made the transition over to that network is nothing short of fantastic. It is one thing in boxing that I can be consistently happy about, because I can just sit around and wait for something good as far as boxing is concerned to happen on Showtime. I have no doubt that there are going to be, I don't even know what the cards are going to be, what the boxing situation is going to be. But probably in January and February of the year 2019, there's going to be a bunch of good boxing matches on Showtime, without a doubt, because they have so many good boxers, and they are constantly rewarding subscribers with multiple good bouts in a row. The bouts that are happening on Showtime, and it's even better now because this is going to be on, some of these are going to be on for people in the United States, this Tyson Fury bout is going to actually be on YouTube. I get to see Terry Flanagan, Maurice Hooker, Tyson Fury on YouTube, on a YouTube HBO Showtime channel. And then after that, I get to watch another bout with Jermell Charlo and Austin Trout, and then end it in the evening with, and I'm sure there's a third one on there too. I would suspect there'd be a third one on, but maybe one before Jermell Charlo. But then if there's not, Jermell Charlo versus Austin Trout, and then Abner Mares and Leo Santa Cruz. Now, I gotta admit, now that I don't think that Guillermo Rigondeaux is coming back, I can kind of lighten up off of the 126-pound division and celebrate the things that they're doing. But those are terrific boxing matches all night long, and I don't have to pay any more for it than what I already paid for Showtime. Now, this is for the United States. For people who are not in the United States, it doesn't apply to you. But even then, yeah, because I don't think that if you're in the UK and you're watching on YouTube, you probably won't be able to see the bout. But you know how you do that. You just get a VPN. Look up VPN and you'll get right around that issue. Anyway, that said, as far as the subject of this video, which is Tyson Fury, if he has a long-standing relationship with HBO, I really do believe that Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury should look towards each other. If they take the narrative away from Anthony Joshua and put the narrative on one another, and head up to each other, then they will become the dominant heavyweight. Either Deontay Wilder by beating Tyson Fury, or Tyson Fury by beating Deontay Wilder. One or the other, they will take the narrative away from Anthony Joshua. Because I still say that Anthony Joshua, and especially if from the United States perspective, right, from the Deontay Wilder perspective, those are all the belts that Anthony Joshua are really Tyson Fury's belts. And the things that people say about why he doesn't have the belt doesn't go away until you can point out that he lost him by somebody defeating him in a boxing ring. None of that other stuff changes. The fact of the matter is that I believe Deontay Wilder's the lineal heavyweight champion, personally. And I've gone into that in detail in other videos and I'll just say it briefly here, I do not understand why a match between Vladimir Klitschko and Ruslan Shagayev 4 years after the retirement of the last lineal champion, Lennox Lewis, would make Vladimir Klitschko the lineal champion. The whole concept of lineal champion is the man who beat the man. And the belts that were held by Lennox Lewis, because Lennox Lewis retired, and this has happened in other times in boxing when a champion retires. So if it's not possible to beat the man, then you have to have some rational reason to name to put somebody else after him in line in chronological orders of the quote unquote heavyweight champion. And that, to me, it made more sense looking at the record for it to be Vitaly Klitschko, not Vladimir Klitschko, but Vitaly Klitschko, because the only major belt that was held by Lennox Lewis when he retired was the WBC belt. And Vitaly Klitschko went on to become the WBC heavyweight champion. And it didn't take him 4 years to get that belt. Right? So I don't understand why it didn't pass to him. But anyway, it either passed, the lineal championship should have either passed to Vitaly Klitschko or passed to Vladimir Klitschko. I don't see any logic for Vladimir Klitschko, because honestly, what would have happened if Ruslan Shagayev would have knocked out Vladimir Klitschko? Does that mean that it would have went to Vitaly, or that it would have went to Ruslan Shagayev? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me. But regardless, either Deontay Wilder is the lineal heavyweight champion or Tyson Fury's the lineal heavyweight champion, one or the other. The common sold marketed idea is that it is Tyson Fury. That said, if Deontay Wilder beats Tyson Fury, then he is without a doubt the lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He's without a doubt the heavyweight champion of the world. And Anthony Joshua is a well-marketed boxer. That's it. If Tyson Fury beats Deontay Wilder, then Tyson Fury immediately has to take over the UK and embarrass Anthony Joshua, because he was willing to get in the ring with Deontay Wilder and beat Deontay Wilder. Therefore, taking the narrative back from Anthony Joshua. Either way that goes, because there are a lot, and having a YouTube boxing channel, one of the benefits of having, hundreds and hundreds of comments, a day that you talk to, and interactions, hundreds of interactions. And when we do live streams, probably 1,000 interactions a day with boxing fans, is that you get to hear what many UK boxing fans say. It's just they don't appreciate what's going on and they see what's going on with Anthony Joshua. The casual boxing fans are the ones that are supporting Anthony Joshua. The lifelong educated, ardent boxing observer has major issues with what's going on with Anthony Joshua. So having Tyson Fury be in that position will trump a lot of that, and I think really invigorate it and get the conversation up off of money. Because, look, there's a lot of these guys they come around talk about how much money this guy's made and this much money that guy's made. There is a point where Sonny Liston didn't make as much money as Floyd Patterson. And people were begging Floyd Patterson not to get in the ring with Sonny Liston. But he did, because he believed that the guy deserved the shot. He had done everything that he needed to do. And that is the situation times 5 with Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. Except for, from what I see, Anthony Joshua is not the same caliber of man as Floyd Patterson was. He doesn't have that type of integrity that Floyd Patterson had. When Floyd Patterson said he made up, where he recognized that this guy was a number one challenger because there wasn't a bunch of belts then, and he decided to take the match. So anyway, I'm just hoping that this is what happens, that this, bout with Tyson Fury being on Showtime can open the path to a Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury matchup, and that those two can sort out and name, who the lineal champion is, who the real guy is, and with that, I'm out.